Hi, welcome to episode 8 of my Yarny Corner. My name's Alex and this is a podcast all about knitting and crochet. So welcome everybody, I hope that you're all okay. It's been a couple of weeks since my last podcast and well, first of all, actually, I'm really sorry for this blank wall again. I'm going to have to try and get something so it doesn't look so blank. I'm really sorry about this again. But I've been shunned to the bedroom to podcast again. Never mind. So yeah, welcome everybody. I hope that you're all okay. First of all, as well, a huge thank you to all of the subscribers. There's 186 of you now. Oh my god. I was just, I don't know, really pleased. I didn't expect anybody to watch at all. And the fact that there's 186 people that have actually subscribed feels a bit, I don't know. Thank you. So I've got a few things to talk about today. I've got some finished objects and I've got some works in progress and a giveaway announcement. I'm really excited to do the giveaway announcement. I do normally podcast on a Thursday, but I was so excited. I'm like, no, I want to do it today. So yeah, we've got that to do as well today. I will put all the information in the description box below about where you can find me, and anything that I talk about in the video will be linked in the box below. So yes, let's get on. We shall start with finished objects. I have one. Finally finished my Lightweight Hipster by Joji Locatelli. Oh my god, so love this pattern, it's beautiful. This is made on 4.5mm needles and the colourway is Rolling Thunder by Tiny Teal Handcrafted. Oops. I did stick to the pattern. The only thing I didn't do is I didn't put the tassels all the way along the edge of the shawl just because I didn't want it to tickle my neck. But it looks so nice on. It still smells amazing from when I blocked it as well. It's so soft and squishy. I absolutely love it. I'm so pleased with it. I was showing it to my sister the other day and she goes, oh, I think I might like that. I'm like, no, you're not having it. This is mine. It's taken me ages to do and it's mine. It's for me to keep. I know that she'll end up getting it. She'll come round one day and she'll make me feel bad and she'll get it. I know she will. Plus the colours are right up her street as well. But yeah, I said last week that these rows here with the wraps and the drops on were taking me about 10 minutes. No, they were taking me half an hour to 40 minutes. I timed myself last week. I spent a couple of days just doing this because I wanted to get it finished. And yeah, so that's why it's taken so long. But I absolutely love it. It's a gorgeous pattern. I'm not sure I'd make it again because I didn't enjoy these rows. But that's just me. I just don't like doing the wraps. We all know I'm a Joji Locatelli super fan, so it's nothing to do with the pattern. I love all Joji Locatelli's patterns, but yeah, it's just the finished product is so worth the time that it takes. It really is. I'm just lazy. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous, and the colour is just the right colour for it. I think this pattern would look gorgeous in any colour, but I actually bought this yarn to make the Sockhead Slouch by Kelly McClure. But when the yarn came, all I could think about was this pattern. So I'm really pleased with it. And it blocked so nice. The yarn's actually a BFL base as well. And it did block beautifully. Apart from this bit here. You can see that bit. That's where I must have had one of the blocking pins in the wrong position. But never mind. You can't tell when I'm wearing it. But yeah, really love it. I'm so pleased it's finished. So that is that. It smells so nice. What wool soak did I use? Can't remember now. It wasn't soak, it was the other one. It smells gorgeous. So yeah, stop sniffing the shawl and get on with the podcast. I've also been doing some crocheting. I've talked before about crochet and how I've designed toy patterns before, and I keep my really weird form of pattern notes. I was going through all my books the other day because I was putting March Bear on Ravelry for everybody. So that is now on Ravelry as a free pattern for anybody that wants it, which I'll try and link below as well. God, I'm going off. Back to what I'm actually talking about. So I was going through all my books And I came across this giraffe pattern that I'd made a few years ago. I thought I might just try and make that again. So this is Bentley the giraffe. And the yarn is, I think it's just a bonus DK that was in my stash, and I made it on a 3mm hook. But yeah, absolutely love it. So that's one of my patterns. My son, my son actually has the original giraffe that I made on his bed. And when I remade it, I did do some modifications. I gave him a slightly longer neck, and I made it so he would sit upright on his own. And Finlay said to me, "Oh, I think I might want that new giraffe, Mummy. I think I like that one." No, you can't have it. No, you can't have it because he takes all the toys. But I'm sure he'll get it, bless him. So yeah, I'm not quite sure why he's got a tie on. I just thought, why not? So yeah, that's Bentley the giraffe. I did, when I was doing March Bear, I kind of got addicted to writing the patterns down. So I did put a pattern for this one and another one, which I'll show you in a minute, on Ravelry. If you want to have a look, no obligation whatsoever. But yeah, absolutely love him. He's got little eyebrows. But yeah, that's Bentley. And I did also make this one, which was out of my pattern books. I made this one. The pattern that I put on Ravelry is just a little bear, but I added a key ring to mine, just so I can put it on my door keys on the door. It looks so nice dangling down. So that's that one. And this one is, well, I went to Hobbycraft last week. Finally reopened. I'll talk about that in a minute. And they had some of the Rikurumi in. I've never actually tried it before. So I got a couple of balls of that, and it's like £1, just £1 for a ball of it. I thought it was an absolute steal. So I bought a couple of balls of that. I didn't even use a full ball. So this is using Rikurumi on a 3mm hook. And I've just put little stars on the bottom, if you can see them. There you go. And that's just a little Oscar owl with his little ear tufts. Kind of want to make another one of these, but a bigger version. Make it like a doorstop. That'd be really cool. So I've got a doorstop in here. It's here actually. I have this doorstop, which is really nice. But I think a really big chunky owl one would look so cool. So yeah, that's Oscar Owl. So yeah, that's Oscar Owl. So if you want to have a look, that is also on Ravelry. And my other finished object is, a few years ago I made some fridge magnets, which are here. Try and do it. See, there we go. And it's just basically a crochet flower. But these, I think I made about 4 or 5 years ago, and they're just looking a little bit taggy now. But all you do is just crochet a flower, hot glue a little button on the front. Well, you can sew a button on the front. Again, I'm just lazy. Hot glue gun works just as well. Hot glue a button on the front, and as long as you use these ceramic magnets, can you see? Is that focusing? As long as you use those ceramic magnets, they'll just hot glue on the back as well. And they've been on my fridge for years, and they're absolutely fine. So I just wanted to replace those. So I sat yesterday afternoon, and they're so quick to make. I made like 5 in about an hour and a half. So I have made this one. This one. This one. That one. And that one. These ones haven't got the magnets. Whoops. Throwing them around now. These ones haven't got the magnets on the back yet because I haven't got any. I'll have to go buy some. But these are just my hand-dyed sock yarn. Stuff that I've got left over, little balls I've got left over. And all I've done is I've played around. If I can show you, I've just played around with the hook size. So that one is done on a 2.75mm hook. This one is done on a 3mm hook. You can see there's a slight difference in the size there. Can you see that? And then this one is 2 strands of hand-dyed yarn held together. I'm really bad at holding things up. I can't seem to get because it kind of flips everything on the camera. When I film a podcast, I have to go onto the camera, onto the video and flip it back. I know last week I forgot to do it, so it was, the writing that was showing up on the podcast was backwards because I've forgotten to flip it, so it's the right way. It just looks so weird when I'm trying to show things. I kind of go like that. So yeah, that one is done with 2 strands of finger and weight yarn held double, and I think I used, I can't remember the yarn, it's stuff that I've got left over because they don't take a lot. So yeah, I'm just going to stick some little magnets on the back of these and pop them on my fridge. I think they'll look absolutely gorgeous. So that is those, and I think that's everything for my finished objects. Let me just double check. I'm trying to follow the notes as well, so I'm not missing anything out. So yeah, that's it for finished objects. We shall go on to works in progress. So I can just, sorry, while I'm trying to get stuff out of my bag. Oh, sugar me. So I've cast on the Purejoy by Joji Locatelli, which I've got all tangled up. Oh no, how did that happen? Oops, a daisy. The children's grandma has a birthday coming up, so I wanted to make something special for her. So I cast on this shawl. Oops, can you see that? This is such a good pattern. There's a lot of short rows in it, and I didn't think I'd like it. But it's fine, it's absolutely fine. I'm not bothered. I've just been putting a stitch marker where I've done my short row, and it's absolutely fine. So I'm just flying through it, and I really, really like it. And the yarn, this one is, I think it was the March Sock Club from Mr. and Mrs. Rabbit Yarns, which is beautiful. Look at that. Can you see that? So I'm using that, and I'm pairing it with that one that I made the other week, which is just that one. So you get, I'll show you my stitch marker as well. I'll turn it the right way. You can see my stitch marker. Is it showing? Can't see. That's from Mr. and Mrs. Rabbit Yarns. That's my favourite stitch marker. Anyway, so it's absolutely gorgeous. You have these stripes with the lighter colour in it, and then when you get to the top of the shawl, I'll put a picture up. It'll just switch into this yarn. I had to laugh at myself. I'm terrible for reading patterns through properly. I just sort of look at the needle size that I need and think, right, okay, let's get on and just start it. So I hadn't read the pattern properly. So on this bit here, I was breaking the yarn for every colour change, and there was a lot of ends already. So I was thinking, oh my God, these ends are going to take ages to weave in. So I went back to the pattern and it said, there's no need to break the yarn. You don't need to do that. So I was like, for God's sake, if I'd read the pattern properly in the first place, and there isn't any need to break the yarn, because the colour change on this side is so close together that you just don't need to break the yarn. But you can't tell, hang on, if I can put it on my needle a little bit, you can't tell really where I've weaved it in. It's a little bit bumpy, but it's fine. But I really love it, and I think the kids' grandma is going to absolutely love this. It's gorgeous. Really love it. And the yarn, the needles that I'm using, I'm using 4mm Thankyou needles. I got these Thankyou needles for my birthday at the beginning of the year, and I just absolutely love them. It's an interchangeable set, and I think it starts at 2.75 and goes all the way up to 8mm, I think, with all different size cables. And I use them all the time. They're definitely the best needles that I've ever had. So yeah, that is a Purejoy shawl. Love it. That's my first work in progress, and I think I only have 2 actually. I've been really good, because I only actually have 2. My second one, oh, look at this bag. You see how I get sidetracked? I went to Hobbycraft last week when it opened, and they had these little bags in for £3. £3. I thought it was an absolute bargain, and I just stuck one of my little stitch markers on. I think it looks really sweet. So it's living in my Hobbycraft bargain special bag, and I've cast on another pair of the Show Us Your Scraps mitts by Laura Bales, who is the Lonely Knitter. I absolutely love this pattern. I've made it before, but I just wanted to make another pair. The yarn, there we go, I'll put it on so you can see. Let me see. They're gorgeous, aren't they? I don't do it in the scrappy version. Again, it's all the ends that I'd have to weave in. It's like, whoa, freaks my mind. So I just do it like that. But yeah, it's just a lovely, lovely pattern. And the yarn is called Party Popper, and it's by Floof Fibre on Etsy. My partner bought me this a few weeks ago because he's really sweet and he likes to buy me yarn. But yeah, really, really good pattern. And I'm just going to make a couple of pairs of these and put them in a box for Christmas presents. My first one's done, and my second one I've only done a little tiny bit. Oops. And you do these on, if I can see the needle size, 2.75 needles. There's two options for the stitch count. You can cast on, there's a smaller option and a larger option. I did try casting on the smaller option, but my hands are quite chunky, so they just felt a little bit tight, so I did cast on the larger version. But yeah, and they're really nice, and they're so quick to make. I really like them, and I think they'll be gorgeous, just as little Christmas presents, you know, just stick in a box, and if you've forgotten somebody, or fold them up like that and put some brown label around them, they'll look so sweet. So I've also got those, and I have a tale about the sweater. Oh my god. I was working on the Flax Light by Tin Knits, and I was doing really well, but it's the first sweater, well, the only sweater that I've made is The Weekender by Andrew Mowry, and that's worked from the bottom up. So the Flax Light is worked from the top down. So you're doing your sleeve increases as well. Right, so I was going round and round and round, and I was doing really, really well. The problem that I had was I kept forgetting whether I was on an increase row or just a normal knit row. So I just kept picking up stitches willy-nilly and then having to go back and correct it all. And I just couldn't stop. I just kept doing it time and time again. So I got really frustrated with it and just left it. So then I thought to myself, I'll cast on the thicker weight version because they do a normal flax as well. So I thought I'll just cast that on. There won't be as many rounds of these increase rows, and I won't keep getting so confused. I don't know why I get so confused. So when I was in Hobbycraft, on my Hobbycraft trip the other day, I got this yarn. And I've never had it before. And it's Leader of the Pack by Knitcraft, and it's 100 grams. It's Aran weight, and it's 90% acrylic and 10% alpaca. And it feels so soft. I was stood in the shop thinking it looks really itchy, but it feels really soft. It doesn't feel itchy at all. And I was stood in the shop kind of doing that. I'm like, no, it's really not itchy. It's fine. So I thought I'll do the normal flax, not the Flax Light version, just the normal flax version, and I will use this yarn, and it'll be easier because it's a chunky weight. It's already what I've made for a sweater. It'll be fine. So I bought this yarn. Luckily, I only bought 2 balls of it. And I cast on the flax, and I was doing really well with that, and I got it right down to just before I would be separating for the sleeves. But the neckline looked a little bit small, so I thought I'll just try it on and make sure it goes over my head. So I put it on, and oh my god, the itch. It was awful. For something that feels so soft, as soon as it was on my neck, it was like needles. I was like, oh my god, get it off, get it off, get it off. So I frogged it. I just couldn't do it. So now I've got 2 balls of this left. I've no idea what I'm going to do with it because it's really itchy, and it doesn't feel it. When you feel it in the ball, it does not feel itchy at all. It feels so soft. But when you put it on, it's just like a million needles going into your neck. So now I have no sweater. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm gutted. I feel really disappointed with myself because I feel like I don't like to give up on anything. And I feel really disappointed that I haven't managed to make the Flax Light. And I don't know whether... I don't know whether I should just try again or whether I'm too frustrated and just try a different pattern. Because it's nothing to do with the pattern, it's me. I can't remember which row I'm on, whether it's an increase row or a knit row. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I need to cast on a new sweater. I'm thinking of doing the Whitmore sweater because I know a few people have been doing that and I've seen a lot of it on Instagram. So I think that'll kind of keep me going when I'm seeing pictures of it on Instagram. But yeah, I feel really disappointed with myself. Never mind. Never mind. So yeah, that's my sweater drama. But I have made some cute toys, so it's not all a fail, is it? Sometimes we just fail, I suppose. So yes. Anyway, to more exciting stuff. Shall we get on with the giveaway? There was actually 37 entries into the giveaway. So thank you so much, everybody who entered. I'll show you the yarn again. Stop the rustling. Sorry about the rustling, I'll try and do it quickly. I'm not doing it very quickly, am I? So this is the yarn. This is Wildflower yarn in the colourway Painting Rainbows, and it's just beautiful. It really is. And the higher flyers as well are going with that. So as I said before, I did put the free pattern for March Bear on Ravelry. So if you want to go and have a look and download that for free, it's there. I'll try and link it below. I'm not quite sure how to do it yet, but I'll try and figure it out. So let's do the giveaway. There was 37 entries and I was absolutely blown away. So I've written them all down. Excuse my podcast notes on that side. So I've written them all down, and I'll get Alexa to do a number picker. So Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 37.
Your random number between 1 and 37 is 7.
So number 7 is G. Davis. Alexa, round of applause. Alexa. Hopefully that set everybody's Alexa off clapping. Sorry about that. I think that's really cool. So the winner is G. Davis. I'll put your name on the screen below. If you can contact me on either Instagram or Ravelry and give me your address, I will get these out in the post to you on Friday. So congratulations. Yay! My first giveaway. So exciting. Yay. So yeah, I also want to say a huge thank you from Ruth, who is Ruth Loves to Knit podcast. She did give me a shout out. That made me really pleased. Thank you so much for that, Ruth. And I know that quite a few of you have come over from her podcast. So thank you very much for coming over to spend some time with me. And thank you, Ruth. That really meant a lot to me. I was watching her latest podcast the other day. When she mentioned my name, I was like, oh my God, that's me. I wasn't expecting it. But I was watching the latest podcast the other day, and she's making, she's test knitting for the Tranquility shawl. Oh my God. It's so nice. It looks gorgeous. The yarns are just beautiful. So I'm going to be waiting for that pattern to come out because that looks so nice. Yeah, and I've also, what else have I been watching? Oh, somebody put in the comments last time about Rosie's knitting shed. And funnily enough, that day, she'd just come up as a YouTube suggestion, so I'd already watched the first one. Oh my God, I've just binged watched them, I think all last week. Really good podcast. So thank you for suggesting that one. I had just found it as well. But yeah, really enjoyed that. If you've not seen Rosie's knitting shed, go check her out. She's brilliant. So what else have I been up to? Oh, I had my first physio appointment. I said that I have a torn rotator cuff in this shoulder. And I've had it for years, but it's got worse, especially over the last 6 months. And I kind of, like, when I'm knitting or crocheting now, I've kind of got to take the weight of my arm. When it gets painful, just the weight of my arm makes it so much worse. So I kind of get myself into these really weird positions to knit. I'll see if I can show you. I kind of sit on the sofa and put my leg up and rest my arm like that, just so I can knit. But yeah, I had my first physio session of that on, I think it was Monday last week, and it was done via Zoom because of COVID. But yeah, he said that it definitely wrote a torn rotator cuff, but he couldn't do over much via Zoom, so I've got to go in and have a face-to-face appointment. But he did give me some exercises to try. I think he gave me 3. 2 of them are fine. One of them, got one exercise where you've kind of got to put your arm out in front of you and do circular motions. That one's fine. And one where you've got to move your shoulder blades. That one's fine. But then there's another exercise where you've got to lay on your side and lift your arm up, and that's what I can't do. It'll only go sort of there. So that one's really hard. But I just have to keep going with it and hopefully get pain-free at some point. But at least I've got the physio. Let's change position a little bit. At least I've got the physio, so it's all getting there. And so, yeah, I think that's been everything over the past couple of weeks. I've been watching The Queen's Gambit. I think everybody's already seen that. I'm really late to anything. If there's a new trend out for anything, I'm always really late to it. It's like the flax by Tin Can. Everybody's already made that like 10 years ago. I'm late to everything. So yeah, I've been watching The Queen's Gambit. That's really, really good. No wonder if everyone went nuts for it. Is it a true story? I don't know. But I've been proper binging on that. So I've been watching that. And other than that, just podcasts, I think. Yeah, just podcasts. I don't watch a great deal. Oh no, I've been watching The Sewing Bee, obviously. We all love The Sewing Bee. But yeah, there's not a great deal of normal TV I watch. But yeah, so I think that's been it over the past couple of weeks. We've had the Easter holidays. Little boy's gone back to school on Monday, and he was absolutely fine. Well, we had a drama yesterday, bless him. So I got up yesterday morning and his hamster had died. Oh, bless him, he was so upset. So upset. So he went to school really, really upset yesterday. That wasn't nice. But we're not replacing it with enough. We've already got 4 cats and a dog. And we don't need any more animals. We really don't. And the thing is with the hamsters, it's me that cleans them out. The kids don't do it. So I've said no more hamsters, but we'll see. His little face, he was so heartbroken yesterday when he went to school, poor little boy. But yeah, other than that, he was called Hudson. But yeah, poor little Hudson. Went over the Rainbow Bridge. But yeah, so I think, God, I've just really dampened the mood now, haven't I? I'm really sorry. Whoops. I better go before I bring the mood down some more. So I'm at 186 subscribers. At 200, I will do another giveaway. So if you haven't subscribed yet, after my mood dampening thing, you might not. I'm really sorry. I might edit that bit out. So yeah, I shall see you in 2 weeks. G Davis, if you could get in touch with me, I'll put my email address down below, and you can get me on Instagram as well. Send me a message there and just let me know your address so I can get this in the post to you on Friday. And congratulations again. And I'd love to see what you make with it. You can send me a message on Instagram or whatever. I'd really like to see what you make with it. And for everybody else, enjoy the next 2 weeks. Stay safe and happy crafting.